The Speaker, Mike Johnson, he's taking questions from reporters on passage of this legislation.
There were a number of pivotal moments. We have 220 Republicans in the House Republican Conference, and lots of different opinions. They represent very different districts around the country with very different interests. But the principle and the philosophy is always the same. Everybody's conservative. We believe in limited government, and we believe in individual freedom and the rule of law and peace through strength and fiscal responsibility and free markets and human dignity, the things that are all wrapped into this bill. And so I would say there was a lot of pivotal moments. One day I might actually write a book about the last year of my life and trying to get this thing over the line. But I'll say, look, I'm just going to say, I give glory to God. I mean, there's a lot of prayer that brought this together. I'm just going to be very blunt about it. There was a few moments over the last week when it looked like the thing might fall apart, and I went to the little chapel over here and got on my knees and prayed that these guys would have wisdom and stamina and discernment. And that's the secret here, and teamwork and mutual respect that everybody has for one another. And I think that's what defines the Republican Party. It's a great day to be an American. It's a great day to be a Republican. Yeah, go ahead.
Still going to go in the Senate. They're likely going to change it a lot. They're prepared to do this again and kind of...
No, all the senators, every one of them have promised me they're not going to change anything in our bill, Reese. No. I was honored to be at the Senate Republican luncheon on Tuesday. And, I encourage them to remember that we have a very delicate equilibrium that we reached on here. A lot of work went into this to find exactly the right balance. And you all saw how perilous that was over the last week as it developed. And I encourage our Senate colleagues to think of this as a one-team effort, as we have, and to modify this as little as possible, because it will make it easier for us to get it over the line ultimately and finished and get it to the president's desk by July 4th. And that's a big thing. The reason we were so aggressive, and I know some of y'all smiled and probably mocked me a little bit when I said early on we were going to do this by Memorial Day. You didn't believe it. I know you didn't, Reese. Most of you didn't. But the reason we did that was not because out of pride of authorship or because we were trying to, raise some banner. We did it because we need to get this relief to the American people as soon as possible. And President Trump made these promises on the campaign trail, and we did as well. And we wanted, as Jim Jordan likes to say, we're going to do what we said we were going to do. And that's what this bill represents. And so the timetable is important. We also have the debt ceiling approaching. We've got the relief that the people need. And the sooner they feel that relief, the better. So we did our job, rolled up our sleeves, got it done. We're really proud of that effort. One more question. Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything that the Senate might be considering in terms of changing this bill that you all will not accept?
I'm not going to draw any red lines. Look, I told them there's a lot of different opinions over there as there is here. They have a small margin as we do. We had a 3-vote margin. By the way, I just want you to know for the record, we really had 217 votes this morning. Andrew Garbarino did not make it in time. He fell asleep in the back. No kidding. I know. I'm going to just strangle him. But but he's my dear friend. And then David Schweikert was going to vote and slipped his card in right at the last minute. So it looks like a razor-thin margin, 215 to 214 and one present. It was really 217, okay? Will y'all put a footnote somewhere in history on that thing? They're both going to go on record saying that's how they would have voted if they got the card in time. Thank you so much for being here. Bless you all. Thanks, all these guys.